Hello and a very warm welcome to you. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something really important, how to rebuild our strength so we can move with more confidence and, just more ease in our daily lives. This is all about practical steps to help you feel your absolute best.
Maybe you've noticed that climbing a flight of stairs feels just a little bit harder than it used to. Or perhaps you feel a little unsteady on your feet from time to time, and that worry about keeping your balance creeps in. If any of that sounds familiar, I want you to know something really important. You are absolutely not alone. These are such common experiences, but, and this is the good news, they don't have to be our future.
I love this saying. The fountain of youth isn't a myth. It's movement. Isn't that wonderful? And you know what? It's so true. Today, we're going to discover just how true that really is. The science is crystal clear on this. The right kind of movement, and that's the key, can help us feel stronger, more stable, and just more vibrant. And the best part? It works at any age.
For the longest time, the thinking was that our bodies are kind of like cars. You use the parts, and eventually they just wear out. That was the old wear and tear myth. But guess what? Science has shown us that's just not how it works. A much, much better way to think about your body is like a garden. A garden isn't something that just wears out. No, it's something you can cultivate, you can nurture, and you can absolutely make it stronger with the right care.
Okay, so there's a fancy medical term for the muscle loss that can happen as we get older. It's called sarcopenia. And for years, doctors just thought, well, that's just part of getting old. But, and this is so exciting, groundbreaking research has completely turned that idea on its head. We now know it's not just preventable, it's actually reversible. Can you believe that? Studies have shown older adults reversing muscle loss in as little as 12 weeks with the right exercises. So the big takeaway here is this. It is never, ever too late to start rebuilding.
All right, so here's a quick look at the path we're going to walk together today. We'll start with our foundation, our legs and core. Then we'll move on to our framework for balance. After that, we'll talk about the tools we need for daily life, our upper body strength. And finally, we'll cover the golden rules of movement and how you can create your own path forward. Think of it as our little roadmap to getting stronger. Okay, let's get started. Section 2 is all about your foundation, legs and core. And really, we're starting here because these muscles are what power your entire day. They're what gets you out of a chair, let you walk with confidence, and help you carry things without strain.
I love this analogy. Think of your leg and core muscles as the strong, deep roots of a big, beautiful tree. When those roots are solid, that tree is stable, right? It can handle anything the weather throws at it. Well, it's the exact same for us. When we strengthen these foundational muscles, we give our whole body that same kind of deep, unshakable stability.
Okay, let's walk through a fantastic exercise for building those roots. It's called the Glute Bridge. So first, you'll want to lie comfortably on your back. A yoga mat on the floor is great, or even your bed can work. Now, bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Ready? Okay, gently press through your heels and lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Now here's the most important part. At the top, I want you to squeeze your glute muscles, that's your bottom, and hold it right there for 5 full seconds. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now, nice and slowly, lower your hips back down to the start.
And why do we do this exercise? Well, take a look at this. It's not just about strength, it's about pain relief. There was a major study where seniors did this exact glute bridge exercise with that 5-second hold for 16 weeks. The results were, well, they were remarkable. They saw their lower back pain go down by 71%. 71! It's because strong glutes act like a support system for your lower back. It just goes to show how powerful these simple movements can be.
All right, let's move on to our next section, your framework, balance, and posture. This is all about building that internal support system that keeps us steady on our feet and helps prevent those dreaded falls.
Here's a great way to think about it. Your calf muscles are like your body's built-in emergency brake system. Seriously, if you trip or start to lose your balance, your calves are the first things to fire to catch you and stop a fall. Now, it's true, these muscles can get a little weaker over time.
But the wonderful news is, we can absolutely rebuild that power. And here's a fantastic exercise to do just that. It's called a heel raise with an eccentric focus. Sounds complicated, but it's not, I promise. First, stand behind a sturdy chair and just rest your hands on it for a little balance. Okay. Now, in about 1 second, rise up on your toes. Up you go. Good. Now, here's where the magic really is. I want you to lower your heels back down as slowly as you can. Let's aim for 6 seconds. Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. It's that super slow lowering part that rebuilds the muscle and makes it so much stronger.
And does it work? Oh, you better believe it. The science is incredible. In one study, seniors did this exact exercise for 12 weeks. And look at these results. First, their calf strength shot up by 52%. That's huge. But here's the one I find even more amazing. Their balance reaction time, that's how fast they could catch themselves when they started to stumble, improved by 41%. Think about that. They literally got faster at preventing a fall. Okay, on to our next section. Your tools, upper body strength. And we call it tools because that's exactly what this strength is. It's the tool you use to lift groceries, to pick up your grandkids, or even just to push yourself up out of a comfy chair. It's really the power for independence. Now, the classic push-up is a fantastic exercise, but don't worry, we're not talking about the boot camp version. There are wonderful, gentle ways to get all the benefits. A great way to start is with wall push-ups. You just stand facing a wall, put your hands on it, and gently push your body away. That's it. When that feels good, maybe you can try the next step, doing the same movement but on your hands and knees on the floor. Both of these are fantastic, safe ways to build that upper body strength.
But now, I want to show you an exercise that some top researchers are calling almost revolutionary for its anti-aging benefits. And the best part? It couldn't be simpler. It's called the farmer's walk. All it is walking while carrying a little bit of weight in each hand. You could use light dumbbells, a couple of water jugs, or even your grocery bags when you bring them in from the car. So why is this simple walk so powerful? Well, just look at this list. First, it builds your grip strength, which studies show is one of the best predictors of overall health as we age. Second, carrying that weight sends a little signal to your bones to stay strong and dense. Third, it's great for your heart. And finally, and this one is just mind-blowing, it helps your brain create something called BDNF, which is like a fertilizer that helps grow new brain cells. How amazing is that?
Okay, so we have some wonderful exercises in our toolkit now. But just as important as what we do is how we think about it. So let's talk about the golden rules of movement. This is all about tending our garden with care.
I want to tell you a quick story about a gentleman named Adrian. When Adrian first started, walking for just 5 minutes was a real challenge. But he didn't get discouraged, and he didn't try to overdo it. He just stuck with his 5 minutes, day after day. A month later, he was up to 10 minutes, feeling good. And after just 2 months of that slow, steady progress, he was back in his garden, doing what he loved for a whole hour. His story is just such a perfect example of starting small and being consistent.
And that brings us to what might be the single most important rule of all. Please, if you remember one thing, let it be this. Consistency is always better than intensity. This isn't about working so hard you're exhausted for 2 days, not at all. It's about doing a little something gently and consistently most days of the week. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And it's that slow, steady approach that builds true, lasting strength. And here are 2 little phrases to keep in your mind, especially for your joints. The first is, motion is lotion. I love that one. Think about a jar of honey that's gotten a bit stiff in the cupboard. What happens when you stir it? It gets smooth and fluid again. Well, gentle movement does the exact same thing for the fluid in our joints. The flip side is also true. Rest is rust. A little rest is good, of course, but too much inactivity can actually lead to more stiffness.
Wow, we have covered so much great information together. So for our final section, let's talk about your path forward. This is where we bring everything together and talk about how to take these ideas and gently put them into practice, one steady step at a time.
So,
Here are the key things to carry with you on your journey. Number 1, start slowly and gently. There is absolutely no rush. Number 2, be consistent. A little bit every day is so much better than a lot once a week. Number 3, and this is crucial, listen to your body. It's your best guide. Feeling a little muscle work is okay, but sharp pain is a signal to stop and rest. And finally, please, celebrate every small victory. Did you get out of the car a little easier today? That is a huge win, and it deserves to be celebrated. I really want to leave you with this one final powerful thought, and I hope you'll take it to heart. You are never, ever, ever too old to get stronger. Your body is a remarkable thing. It has this incredible, built-in ability to adapt and rebuild. It actually wants to be strong and capable for you. All it needs is a little encouragement, a little gentle movement, and you now have all the tools you need to give it just that.
From all of us here at the Healthy Grandparents Podcast, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We truly hope this guide serves you well on your journey. We're cheering you on every step of the way. Be well, and please be kind to yourself.